Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta, Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta, Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta. Hello, all you beautiful, sexy human souls. Welcome to Center of Light Foundation. Let me check something real quick. I love you. Hello, Dana Trotter. Let's see what's happening. I want to acknowledge everyone. I am celebrating. It's going to get a little cray-cray in a beautiful way. We'll get to that shortly. Hello. Beautiful Rena. Beautiful Katie. Bahan. I say we get right down to it. Right in it. Not only I, but we are all going to win it. It's already won. Love is won. So much is happening. I literally don't know what to do with it. I'm not afraid. Strangely. Beautifully, magically, powerfully. I just don't know what to do with it and how to do with it except to be with it. Tonight is Center of Light, vulnerability, being it. I've been reluctant to do this presentation for no reason other than I don't feel it. It's a 4-part series, the last part of a 4-part series. The first one, this was done a month ago. I started this series a month ago. The first one is passion. 4 qualities to get everything you want. And I mean want, stuff. Stuff is cool. We came to Earth to get stuff and to play with stuff. Passion. To get anything you want. You have to get in there and get your fingernails dirty and the engine of your spiritual Ferrari and roll up your sleeves because you're going to fix this engine. You got to fix this engine. No, you're going to fix this engine. Part number 2, the next night, was sincerity. If you're passionate and you're on fire, you are sincere. But sincerity differs from passion from, I'm going to get in here and fix this car, to I need to fix this car because I need this car. I'm sincere and I mean it. Part 3 was humility. Just being of service, like a Buddhist monk or Christ washing the feet of Thomas. I knew something was going on. Anjana, can you rephrase that? She says, is the program on? I do not see anything on screen. Just maybe refresh your phone, get out of the room and come back in. Is everyone else seeing everything okay? Please let me know before I continue. Excuse me. Is everybody else seeing everything okay? Somebody respond, please. Just one person. Thank you. So yes, I'm going to just refresh your phone, get out and get back in. So moving forward, part 3 was humility. I did all these last month. Never got to part 4, which is vulnerability, being it. Didn't know why, it just didn't feel right. Humility. What I've shown you doesn't make me special. My life is an exemplary teaching. Not for you, for me. Because I'm reaching for something. And the eagle has landed. And it means freedom. But the one side you have, Continuing on humility. I've been doing this for many years. I don't charge money. That's my humility. But you've never seen the side of me of vulnerability. And tonight, if I can keep my composure, I'm going to show that to you. I'm going to be naked, y'all. I'm going to expose myself. Hello, Melanie. I'm going to expose myself. I wasn't reluctant about doing this presentation. I was reluctant about sharing this celebration that I have for me, for we, you to me, and for all of us. I don't know what to do. Oddly, beautifully, magically, perfectly, powerfully, it showed up starting yesterday. I knew it was coming. I was told it was coming. I think I'm just going to let it unpack itself. I would love to ask you something, and I hope you honor this if you can. No obligation. Share this to at least one place, because I'm going to make myself completely naked and vulnerable. I have no problem getting naked, trust me. My intent, thank you, Dana, for responding to that. My intent is peace, joy, self-empowerment for everyone. Here we go. I'm using what's happening to me as a teaching tool. And I'm jumping out of a perfectly good airplane and making it known as a teacher. And in such a way, I'm vulnerable. I'm becoming it. I'm being it. So tonight's prayer, oh my dear Lord, this came to me when I went into the cave of Samadhi, doing my 2-hour prayer session with Swamiji and Baba. And this is, I was getting into it and I had to get out to get in my phone and dictate into my phone this prayer. This is my intention for vulnerability. Stick around. This gets a little beautiful. My prayer, dear Lord Jesus, Swamiji Buddha, whatever that means, the most beautiful, delicious thing for you is the Lord, because ultimately the Lord is love itself. And when you do what you love and you love what you do, you become that very manifestation. My prayer for tonight, oh my God, literally, oh my God. Dear Lord, grant me the peace that surpasses all understanding, and I will bring it to others. Tonight is going to be, without a doubt, very emotional for me. It's not a showboat. It's not a show off. I'm showing up and showing in. Dear Lord, grant me the peace that surpasses all understanding, and I will bring it to others. Dear Lord, grant me the power to unite, and I will bring others to you. This is unpacking itself in a way I cannot explain, express, or digest in this moment, because I don't know what to do except be joyful and trust. From Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, Mother gives you your body. Father provides the means of nourishment and growth of the body. Teacher gives you education. God gives you everything. By now, I had to take many notes, and they're probably in mismatch order, and I'm going to double and da-da-da. There was a lot. I was just being bombarded with information, being in affirmation, with something that just simply transpired yesterday out of nowhere. By now, many of you know that at least for the last year, most of my life, I have been working on Center of Light. Center of Light took on many different forms, guys' titles, but it's always been based around Center of Light. Center. You're the center, the light lives in you. Center of Light. Now it's Center of Light Foundation. I am no longer working as a full-time musician. I had 30 plus years of doing something I truly loved and wanted all of my life, when those around me growing up said, you need to get a job. I get it. They loved me in the best way they knew how, but I pushed on. I pushed forth. I pushed through. I pushed inward. I wanted out of being a musician. I had enough. I'm full in that way. About a year, give or take ago, Swamji, who is Swamji for those who do not know, it's everything that can mean anything at all that could ever be the most beautiful thing. God on earth, Swamji, Jesus. What you're looking at is Jesus. What you're looking at is Krishna. What you're looking at is Buddha. What you're looking at is yourself in the highest regard of what you deserve. Swamji last year shared with me, actually even before last year, quite a few years ago, and a couple of years after that, ongoingly, though he comes to Memphis every so often, was the theme, because I'm worried about some me. I need to worry about, and I deserve to worry about me. Not worry, but concern. I need to be responsible about myself. And many years ago, and Anjana will attest to this, upstairs in a little bedroom where Swamji had his quarters, he gave me a personal audience and said, yes, Keith, what do you want? I said, I don't want to play music anymore. He said, it's coming. And I said, what is the it's coming? He said, it's coming. I now know what it is. And then last year, again, before I asked the question in a room of 25, give or take people, Swamji answered the question I was going to ask. But I didn't know that at the time because I was so puppy dog wagging my tail. I want to ask the question so I can feel heard. And I did ask the question. He said, Keith, I just answered your question. So this is what tonight is about. Swamji and Satya Sai Baba answering that question. Here we go. Into the fire, literally for me. And I'm grateful. Oh my God, I'm grateful. So after Swamji in this remote event, hello Andrea. So in this remote event with Swamji in India, and Anjana was there, and a few other people were there who visit this forum, and others, I asked Swamji, and I'm going to be so balls in your face, honest. This is not about look at me. This is about what is transpiring exemplary when someone does the intentful, honest, selfless work. All of us. Swamji told me, Keith, do not worry about money, some years ago. And I continued to live my life accordingly. COVID hit. Keith is no longer a musician. A month later, Keith no longer wants to be a musician. Two messages I got today. Obviously said, I'm Guru Devadatta. As soon as I got home from doing my errands, immediately shows up on my feed from Swamji. Don't forget the past. Take a lesson from don't forget the past, take a lesson from it. Don't forget the future, plan about the future, and live in the present accordingly. If you keep doing what you believe in, oh my dear God, I've been doing this for years. And what I believe in is not only myself and what I do, but I believe in you. One day your hard work will make you a king at the level you want. Your patience is the investment for it. Yesterday, I went and eat Chinese food, and my fortune cookie said, a new business you're taking on will be successful. Thank you, Confucius. A new meme that came into my feed today. There will be times when moving forward hurts. Wait till I share with you what is going on in my experience. How strange and beautiful this is, because I trust. I'm no longer afraid. And the closer I get to the window of that liberation, the more my fear of it all in this transition is dwindling. Oh my God. There will be times when moving forward hurts, moving backward hurts, there will be times when moving forward hurts, moving backward hurts, and standing still is deadly. Have the courage and move on. Tonight, I am literally going to share with you my faith jump into the fire, because I no longer have a choice. There is no way out of this for me. No way. I have to. It's my final phase of achieving, believing, receiving everything I've ever wanted. And I simply don't know what to do. But yet I'm grateful. What is at stake, you may ask? Nothing is really at stake. But for the sake of using that as a way of a lesson, what is at stake? Everything. Everything I believe in and have been teaching. Is now confronting me. There's a lot here. I'm going to filter through some of this. So as of yesterday, I've been asked to leave my apartment because of code enforcement, that this apartment is no longer livable by code standard. I've been living as a musician for the last 2 years on the financial nest I've created for myself as a full-time musician. A year or so ago, Swamiji said, Keith, don't worry about money. This is not about me. This is about jumping into the hunt and into the fire with all I have. Because I pretty much, as of now, have nothing left in that regard. And it's exciting, I tell you. But I just don't know how to be with myself, because I've never done such a thing. When all is, quote, at stake. Hello, Dolores. So the nest, financially, I've created for myself is on its last leg. This is not a presentation for you to send me money. Someone I care about recently said, can I pay your next month of rent so you can move across the way in an apartment that is conducive to living? And I said, that's not an option. Not that I'm not grateful, because I know Swamiji's grace flows through everyone. But that is not an option. That's a distraction. I have to stay this course. I have no choice to let it all go. Perfectly, it's in alignment. Because my money, my old world money of making my money am I living the way I did is dwindling down, and that is absolutely purposeful, so that I can create a new currency, the divine current, the divine currency. So a year plus ago, Satya Sai Baba comes to me in a dream. No, let me rephrase that. Comes to me in a reality, a vision. And as soon as he approaches me, when I come to a state of consciousness, I can feel him literally. His physical body touching my physical body. He was extraordinary close. He's trying to enter into me. And before he could speak, when I came to my wits, I said, I've been asking something from you for a very long time. And he says, you can have it all, which happens to be the title of the very first video I've done however many years ago, 10 years, called You Can Have It All. He was playing with me, remembering when I started this process of selfless service. You can have it all. Money, freedom, joy, all of it. Sometime later, in that experience with Swamiji remotely from India, I asked him the question which he already answered. He said, Keith, I'm going to make you a very wealthy man. And I get it, riches, wealthy. This is not what he meant. He said, all those videos you made for all those years, you have shown such amazing intent. Wealthy, hence, don't worry about money. So now I'm at the cusp of having to move, and where am I going? I have no earthly idea whatsoever. The money's gone. It's going, and it's exponentially diving. Why would Swamiji, Baba, I have no idea how this is going to unpack itself, or even when, or if, or even if. Maybe this is all, it is all about me. It's my lesson. But it's my blessing to those who may receive any nugget of truth from this. I'm walking the razor's edge on purpose for no one else other than myself. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know if I'm going to go where or how I'm going to get there. Oh, I have no idea. And I don't want to taint it. Someone offered me a leg up, and I saw it as God's grace, but there's no way out of this for me. And I'm joyful. I'm very excited. Exemplary. There's so much. I want to share with you a presentation I did a year ago. I have a list this deep, this long of amazing alignments that happened today. And it's about divine magic. On my way home from my errands, I'm thinking about, do you believe in divine magic? So when I get home, I'll go to my memories, and the first thing is this video I'm about to show you 30 minutes of about, it literally says, the title was, Do You Believe in Divine Magic? And this began to happen all day. These dominoes began to fall. I've been reluctant to share this with you because I'm vulnerable. I love being vulnerable, but this is a new territory for me. Why am I sharing this? This is not about money. It's about freedom to help other people. It's about purpose. Now I know why, after all those years, I went to India to see Satya Sai Baba. It's because for my love of God. It's about the fun and the experience and the magic and the miracles, but it's about now. I went there because he showed me purpose. Purpose is what... Let me find that quote. Purpose is the reason for anything. It's the force that drives everything. And today, the eagle sat inside of me. This all congealed to me today. There is no way this is not going to happen. And my ultimate, intimate joy is to bring that to other people. Join me. We are going somewhere. Inward we are. This was a year ago. This is me then teaching myself now about what wowed me as to why I'm making this a part of my presentation of vulnerability. This wasn't me speaking a year ago, but you can bet your sweet baby this is me listening to whatever that was then. Stick around. Please share this. I'm vulnerable. I'm tender. I'm not chapped. I'm not offended. I'm ready. Most importantly, I am absolutely sincere. Welcome to Center of Light Cave. Tonight is the soul. What is the soul? How does that differ from the spirit? Always good to see you. Om Sri Mahayakshmiye Namaha. Inviting the spirit of absolute prosperity and abundance. Tonight we're going to be speaking about the soul. What is it? Where is it? How is it? Is it? All these different aspects. The difference of when I do presentations surrounding this series called The Cave versus Center of Light Foundation teaching presentations or interviews. It's just another way of playing. I love media. I love spending time with people, and I love what I do. But it creates a different inflection. And when I do The Cave, I'll often have a saying, which is, when you enter into the cave of Samadhi, Samadhi means wanting conscious union with God. That thing. You can have it when you're gardening, you can have it when you're drawing, when you're painting, when you're doing whatever it is you're doing. The cave of Samadhi. But when you enter that cave, where you know that your absolute infinite power, magic, soul exist, when you enter into that place, might as well take your shoes off. You're walking on sacred ground, holy ground. Moses, take thy sandals from thy feet. Why leave your religion at the entrance as well? Leave your shoes at the entrance, leave your religion. Because when you step into the fire of the soul, all will be burnt away before you can enter. And when you're standing in the presence of the Absolute, everything we believe about religion, or not even religion, it's all religion. It all must be burnt away. It's got to go. If you want such an experience, such a reality, it's got to get. What is the soul? It's you at your most sexiness. It's right here. It's where you sit. It's the seat. Well, this is where one aspect of the soul is, this is the seat right here. It is the Christ, but I'm speaking about the crown chakra. It's the seat of the soul. And when you begin to fire yourself up, passion, sincerity, humility, vulnerability, things change really quick. And you fall deeper within yourself, and deeper within yourself, and deeper within yourself. And what is the benefit of such? We go from living truly 2 and 3 dimensionally. We become multi-dimensional. This is the kingdom that Master Christ spoke of, lived because of, and many other teachers. It's the soul. What is the soul? It's not your name. It's not what you do. It's not your family. It's you. It's vast. It has breadth, as in width, but also breadth, height, depth, girth, thickness, in the sense of it's the substance of everything. That is the soul. And we are all fragments of the one collective soul. Hello, Robert. The soul. We hear it thrown around a lot. We might remember some things about it from the days of yore when we read such scripture, or our grandparents read such scripture, or just in the common knowledge stream of what the soul is. I tell you, it's deeper than that. It's so deep, it allows you to hear my voice. It is so deep, it allows me to speak. We're unplugged from this sort of source connection. Doesn't happen. No one can ever not exist. If one of us goes, the whole thing has to go, because the whole thing is imbued in every fragment. This is the soul. It never changes. It's permanent. But the soul is not God. It is, but there's more to God than the soul. The soul is who we are, but we, as the corporeal self, have to get through what we think we are. That will bring us to the soul, which is crossing the bridge to the soul from where we are to the soul. And then that journey can take forever, thousands of lifetimes. Once you get to the outskirts of town, Flavor Town, the soul, it begins to exponentiate very, very rapidly, very quickly. God and the soul shakes hands, so to speak. God is the soul is God. But we're speaking about using levels to understand with the mind how things are. But you can bet there's a lot of interwovenness. Another theme word for tonight could be fabric. Mending the fabric of who we are. Bringing the fabric of what we actually are here to cloak ourselves in divine light. Hello, Kim. The soul. What is it? It's you at your sexiness. When you felt the most sexy, you were in your soul. When you felt the most joyful, you were in your soul. You are your soul. What we know as us just happens to rest, nestles a little more trusting in the bedrock of creation itself. God. Next layer of individuality, which is everyone's individuality. God has no individuality, right? Use these analogies carefully. God has no individuality. It's just expression of ultimate bliss and absolute power, love, consciousness, and omnipresence. Now, God got bored. Created another expression of himself, a little more fragmented, infinitely. It's called the collective soul. And then the next layer below that, if there is such a layer, a little more in density, that paints a little more accurate depiction. Becomes the individual soul. You, me, we. But mind you, you are not separated from anything. It's a circle within a circle within a circle within a circle within a circle. We just keep identifying with ourselves as the smallest aspect, and that's okay because your life is beautiful just as it is. We all have no choice ever. Can we never not go back to source? Because we're already there. It's a journey we take to develop and expand our consciousness that brings us back there so we can be back in the kingdom of again. Neither shall they say low here or low there. The kingdom is within you. Tonight is Center of Light Cave, the soul. Everything you see around you are fragments of the divine soul. So maybe you can grab hold of this when you look into the mirror the next time. Just every day while you brush your teeth, if you brush your teeth, if you have any at all. Whatever excuse you look at your beautiful self in the mirror. I am the soul. The soul is me. I am thee. We are we. Whatever, however you appreciate your soul, yourself. The soul can't be touched. That's why it's really hard to put into words. Words are for the ears, which is of a human earthly vibration. The soul does not per se take form in physicality. Its expressions or little impulses, but the soul stays planted next to the Godhead always. So how can that be when I'm here on the earth? Because it's a movie. Here's the light source and a projector, and it goes through a tube, literally the vaginal passageway of the cosmos, the Divine Mother's vaginal passageway, all the way through your biological mother's vaginal passageway onto the earth. This light shines from up here, so to speak. There's no up here really. Through the tube, we're going to explain that a little later. In fact, Gary Zukav is going to do that, I believe. So this light moves through this tube and expresses itself as what you see when you look in the mirror. You are radiated light, 98.6 degrees of it, in fact. You walk out to a 98 degree temperature day and that sun is kicking and you're sweating. That's hot, it's heat, it's energy. And at 98.6 degrees, you're radiating this fire, this purple, whatever color your aura is. Your aura is fire. Your nature is fire, water, air, space, all these things. But from the divine, out of the fire, the phoenix comes, air, earth, space, so forth. The core of God is fire. It burns infinitely. It turns within itself. It churns, it yearns, it burns, and it expresses itself in infinite ways for all of infinity. Both ways, to and fro. More powerfully so, right here and right now, as you touch your soul, as you touch the non-touchable, because you can't grasp it with your hands, you can only experience it with your heart. The soul, the sound of that, it's moist, it's juicy. My soul. That's why I don't believe the bullshit when someone tells you the devil can get your soul. It's impossible. The devil cannot get your soul. You are you. You are the soul. The soul belongs to you. Hence, at your essence, the soul is God itself. It's crap. The soul is God. So how can a demonic force ever capture it? It's impossible. Tonight is center of light, the cave, the soul. Take your shoes, put them outside the cave entrance before you cross the threshold. You're walking on sacred holy ground, and that is moving towards the garden of your soul. Leave your religion at the gate as well. You can bring it. It's going to slow you down. Because when you stand in the presence of the divine absolute fire, it's all going to burn. It's all going to simply peel away and reveal itself, which is the whole point of self-realization is for any individual self to realize that there's no more individuation. And then we become conscious of all the other aspects of ourselves, our brothers and sisters, in their awakening, and we're there looking at them when they reveal themselves to themselves. Hello, David. David, brother, with his all-wise and knowing eye, says it burns away the falseness. Just like that. In fact, it's the burning process starts as it's coming upon. It starts to burn and the fire gets into a bonfire or a conflagration. Just completely. It's like slowly but surely you riding towards the sun in a spaceship. You don't engulf immediately, but incrementally it starts to get warmer and warmer and warmer. And so finally it just burns everything up. And it's left with itself. That's because that's all it can be. God can only be itself. It can't be anything else. But it can be. So allowing it allows us as fragments of the collective soul to do what we want. Hence free will. The soul. Ya Nava. Om Sri Mahalakshmaye Namaha. Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta. These are very ancient Sanskrit names that when you begin to ride these names across the threshold and into the divine fire of God, you will illuminate as well. And all of our own instilled, indoctrinated, false belief, nonsense, simply just burn away. And you can take all the time you need. There's no hurry. It's not that when we live this way in a human way that it's so bad and so sinful. That's not what it is. It's meant for us to enjoy, to go to the amusement park and ride the roller coaster instead of the Ferris wheel. That's the deal. That's the point. Play all we like. When we want to go back, we can. But the opportunity now is, if you are such a one who wants to go back home, coming to yourself, there's a lot of momentum behind it versus having to strain, effort, struggle, only to gain a step. One forward, two steps back. One forward, two steps back. David says that's what the place is about. Free will. Do good with it is my mantra. Love it. The soul. It is forever. You are forever. It's indestructible. It has no connection to disease or death. And it should ease your breath, knowing such things, that you will live forever. It takes a shitload of weight off of you, doesn't it? There's so much surrounding death. Disease, suffering, death. I don't exist. Disease, suffering, death. I don't exist. When the truth is, I exist. One is all and all is the one. What you put out, you get back. And the only thing that will never change is change itself. Have you ever touched your soul? How do I know that I have? What is the greatest level of joy that you can remember? And if you even begin to say, wow, I had this one experience, fantastic. that is not even close yet. When we begin to take in and digest the nugget reality of eternity, wow, think about eternity. And I mean just mold over eternity. I get it, it's forever. Think about forever. Not only from where we are to the future, but where we are. And 360 degrees of infinity. Forever. That never started and will never end. It never started. Try to wrap your monkey head around that. You can't. It never started. God, creation. This is all. Scripture only paints this out for the linear mind to understand the unfoldment process as we play the game of being a human being. This never started because it's all located in the nucleus of the Creator. And it hiccups, and things happen on all levels infinitely until the Creator takes another hiccup, or breath, or burp, or fart, or yawn, or sneeze, God bless him, or a laugh, or sadness. The whole fabric changes of everything. And we have no choice but to go with the flow of the fabric change, or we will be arranged and rearranged. So, any level of spirituality, in any era of time, in any universe, depending on the expression of God that's being had, so, in-breath, ham, the out-breath, you have to find the law of said land, said planet, said galaxy, said universe, and get into the flow. And it may not whatsoever look like the human experience, or a human being, or the human way and the human ideal. It may not be that. You may be this strange looking creature that has this, and you're living in the absolute, we can't pigeonhole any creature to say, they must feel or not feel this or that. We have no idea. They could be living in the utmost joy and ecstasy. Look at a dog when you come home from work. When you come home from work and your dog sees you as you walk into the house. Can you imagine what is running through that being's soul? That tail's just a wagging. He's jumping on you. Get down. He's jumping on you. He don't care about any of that nonsense. And so, being in alignment with Creator as a staple, as an anchor, as a disposition, as default, second nature, if you will. Second, so God be the first nature. We'd be second because we are the children of it. When we fall here and we rest in any incarnation, then we're forever expanding into a state of rest and peace. Rest and peace. So now that you've done all this eternal God, human, creature, expansion into infinite possibility, you become in every incarnation thereafter as a default of a state of rest. And no matter what you look like, no matter what you think you are the soul that is ever unchanging, except that it will always change. The soul is constant, but how it plays out and experiences things and wills things forth. Okay, collective, go out and do your thing. Individually do your thing and report back to me by your life experiences. So, I'm not doing so well up here. Soul sends out impulses to every collective being. And everything is always turning and burning and yearning within itself for greater expressions. It takes you, me, and the we of it all to illuminate and lift, exalt to the next level. If that's something that interests you whatsoever in the first place. Of the soul. Hearing my voice, looking at this sexy man, you're experiencing your soul. Me seeing you all in this room, seeing your post every day in the feed, in turn illuminates me as I look at you sexy, human, divine beings. It's about integration, integrating the truth. Welcome back to Center of Light Foundation. We are the tribe. Dear Lord, forever we are the nation. Tonight's presentation is about sharing with you exemplary, something that's happening with me. I did 3 presentations a month ago. Passion. Everyone that knows me knows that I'm a passionate creature. I'm in there, ready to go. Sleeves rolled up, oil and dirt under my fingernails. Sincere, I'm very sincere. Humble, I don't charge for more. I'm humble. I love people. I love you beyond what you can possibly imagine. I hope that is true for you. In reverse. But I've never been so vulnerable than till this moment. Everything is vanishing away from me in a beautiful space. I don't care about a sofa. I don't use a sofa until my son comes visit me, and then we use the sofa to look at a second TV that I don't need as well. I understand the things that are important to me. My computer is more important to me other than my son. Anything. Because my life, my heart, everything I want to evolve, involve, revolve, resolve to happens to look like this mainframe of a computer. Well, what do they call computer power? They call it RAM. Well, said another way, it could be called ROM. Om Sri Sai Ram, Guru Deva Datta, RAM, ROM. This is a source of my mainframe. So in closing, after tonight finally being the 4th installment of this series, 1 being passionate. I'm a passionate creature. So passionate, if you can't handle it, don't stand next to me because I will blister your skin. Sincerity, humility, now vulnerability. Now I knew why it took another month, give or take, for me to do this presentation, because this presentation was about and or for me as things are unfolding. In closing, I want to read you a couple of bullet points that I think are most important as I close. So my presentation tonight about sharing this vulnerable space of not losing anything but finding everything of my life as my funds, the things that are fun in my life begin to exponentially, quote, disappear. Is about something I've started just at a year ago. An LLC, a company, nonprofit organization, Center of Light Foundation, LLC. Only to create a Roku channel, I worked for a year. 6 to whatever hours it took, almost every day. That's intention. That could simply disappear, as I mentioned, with this situation I am not up against, but it's a trial by fire. So let me go through my final bullet points. I love you. You have no idea. Maybe you do. Please toss that back to me. The whole reason for this presentation tonight, since I was a child, I wanted to be of service in a most amazing way. Wanted to be a preacher, a priest, in fact. Here's my mantra. Being of service, Om Sri Saram Guru Deva Datta. What does that mean in a way that most people can understand? I want to help. And nothing in return. Doesn't make me special. It makes me sincere. Without food, Center of Light Foundation. Without food, there is no life. Without shelter, there is no comfort. Without proper education, there is no point. Without purpose, no one, not anyone, including yourself, could ever be born. Many spiritualists will say, don't try to save the world, just save yourself. And I say, buzz, wrong answer, incorrect. We can all use more practicing to save ourselves, but many people don't know how to do that. Well, helping others, and in doing so, you become lit in this way. With that one thing that you do very well. Maybe you're a chef, an artist, a painter, whatever it is that you are, you engage this God-given faculty. Watch your life change. Use those talents of yours to lift others. Looking through my notes. Again, my prayer for tonight is, Dear Lord, grant me the peace that surpasses all understanding, and I will bring it to others. Dear Lord, grant me the power to unite, and I will bring others to you. So in closing, one may ask, out of all that I have shared, cared, and prayed for many years, it's not about money. It's about the freedom that this earthly plane uses as an excuse to create freedom. So someone may ask, Keith, in this presentation tonight that you made yourself so vulnerable for, what if nothing happens? Do you have any idea how you may appear to other people? Fantastic question. Honestly, I am not concerned with that whatsoever. But I can tell you, if I am wrong, everyone will have a great laugh at Keith. Again, I am grateful that as an entertainer, and as of service, that I can amuse you and make you laugh. I'm not afraid. It requires all of us to finally reach the zenith, the orgasmic point. There's no way out of this for me. Sink or swim. And because of my intention, I'm going to pop above water and grab my final Soham breath in and out of God. And I will be of service. Do the same. Do the same. There's no other reason for your birth. It's to expand yourself into the worth of serving others, because it's only an extension of yourself. It's the glory, it's the journey back into God, which is the simplifying of our life and bring everyone into our fold so we can go back into the gold, the royalty. There is no other way. There is no other way. We will reincarnate over and over and over and over and over again, because not only do not anyone gets out alive, no one gets left behind. No one. Humanity, fully in its totality, to stop, that's a bad thing, the reincarnation process, because it's beautiful. We love coming back just because it's fun. But to, quote, stop this process, no one gets left behind. Because they're all expressions of ourselves. So tonight's presentation is about my vulnerability as an exemplary teaching tool to say, I have to now put up or shut up. But I choose to get up. I love you. Dear Lord, I love you. I don't know where I'm going, but I should. I don't know where I'm going, but I should know where I've been. Hanging on the promises on the songs of yesterday. But I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. Here I go again. Hold me in your thoughts, your heart, as I always do you.